Good morning. All right, thank you. This is a great morning. It really is. Just to answer the question, we had, and I haven't even checked, I'm Mike Galiazzo with the Regional Manufacturing Institute, and we didn't get a chance to check the final tally, but it looks like we had like about 250 people that are going to be joining us throughout the day, which is a spectacular indication of the interest in the topics that we're going to be talking about today. When we put this together initially, we really weren't sure, but the evidence is in the folks that are here today. You probably, in reading the material, you probably have an understanding that our purpose was to have discussions and conversations about this concept of rapid technologies and additive manufacturing and what that might mean for the Baltimore region. But it wasn't just a single conversation. It was set up that we would do two things. We would have a series of conversations, but more importantly perhaps, we were going to identify microphones at work. I was going to say, no. We were going to identify, okay, the people who make up what we call the constellation of rapid tech leaders and learners. And so I want to begin by thanking the people who are part of that constellation who are out here in front of me today. Each and every one of you that registered today are on our new map. And as you look at this, you'll see that you're on it, and we're telling the world a little bit about you. And this is the beginning of the movement that we're going to be talking about today. So I wanted to start first by thanking each and every one of you for stepping up and being part of this concept of constellation. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But I just want to begin by saying thank you. You're making this event absolutely worthwhile. I also want to thank, of course, we have sponsors and we have hosts and we have supporting partners. And for those of you that do events, you understand how important that is. And one of the things that RMI is very proud of is we've always been about a collaborative effort, working with people from different industries, from business, from education, from government, labor, community. So we can work with stakeholders to solve whatever problem is in front of us. But in order to do that, you need the support from folks like Miles and Stockbridge, and Bob Brennan is here from Miles and Stockbridge. These are our sponsors. These are the folks that help support this program with funds. The AIRS Institute. Everybody in this room knows AIRS Melissa Rodis. He will be here this afternoon, and AIRS is one of our sponsors for this event. He had another event this morning. The Economic Alliance of Greater Baltimore. Tom Sadowski will be joining us later. We have Bill Jones with us and want to thank you for your support. The Object Lab at Towson University and Jan Baum at Towson University. Towson University School of Emerging Technologies, Mike O'Leary. Thank you. The Community College of Baltimore County Time Center. They're a sponsor. And by the way, Towson and CCBC and Direct Dimensions, who's also a sponsor, they're also hosts of this event. That was the team that we kind of worked with to put this event on. And then, of course, the Regional Manufacturing Institute. Supporting partners included the Greater Baltimore Tech Council, the Maryland Economic Development Association, the TEDCO, the Technology Enterprise Development Corporation, Carter Inc. Ted Venetoulis is a lifelong, very good friend of mine, and so he's always on board with helping Mike Galiazzo and the kinds of things that we're looking at. And then the Spiro Group, which is the group out there that's going to make us all look good because they're videotaping this. But the idea for getting us all in the room, it just doesn't come from sponsors. It comes from people who really clearly are out there and making things happen. RMI would have never thought about doing this on our own. This came about because I met Michael Raphael from Direct Dimensions, and I met Jan Baum from the Object Lab. And because of conversations that we had, the idea for the conference came about. But it's not a conference, it's the beginning of that conversation that's going to be so important to defining what do we do in the Baltimore region. Now, why is that important? You're going to hear today why you are the pioneers for that future of manufacturing in Maryland and America today. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from David Burns, and you're going to unequivocally, you're going to understand that what we're doing today is important. But I want to just have to say personally, I want to thank Mike Raphael and the team from Direct Dimensions. Mike brought us, when you look at that powerhouse panel of speakers we have, it's because of Mike and Jan. And I want to thank Michael for that. I want to personally thank Jan Baum, professor at Towson University. And I know we had some other folks here from Towson. I think your motto over there is think outside, okay? I come from a perspective, and I came out of higher ed. I think you got to do more than thinking outside. And the Object Lab and GM Bomb, they took it a step further. They're working outside. I applaud any university or community college like CCBC that moves beyond the walls of their institution, and they're out here sitting shoulder to shoulder with the industry. America cannot move forward without that kind of synergistic, connective activity that says we're going to do something different. That's very, very important. So Mike, Jan, thank you very much. You know, I began the week, it's been a great week, okay, and it's ending on, I began the week with a meeting with the mayor. And then on Wednesday, I was up in Albany, New York with 300 people who were talking about something called the Advanced Manufacturing Partnership and Innovative Manufacturing Initiatives. And this is the Obama administration with multiple agencies saying manufacturing is so darn important that we're going to invest $1 billion in the new face of manufacturing. And I was up there. It was very exciting, and there's a place for us in that. On Wednesday, and some of you yesterday, Thursday, were at an event from the Brookings Institute, okay, where they were talking about, you know, that manufacturing is an important part of the future of the region in the area. That recently, I met with Governor O'Malley. We talked about advanced manufacturing. We had an hour-long meeting, advanced manufacturing, and he's been talking about that for quite a while. Harvard Business Review just had a very intensive series of articles, not just on advanced manufacturing, but on additive manufacturing and why it is the future of manufacturing. And then most recently, and many people come up to me, The Economist. Again, it's here, it's happening, and I'm going to tell you, you're on the forefront of that. So as you engage in today's conversation, okay, remember you are part of this 21st century pioneering movement. You are the leaders because you are the learners. And you want to be part of a greater whole that we're going to be calling the constellation of advocates. So let me say this today. RMI is poised to shape the agenda for next generation advanced manufacturing in Maryland. I will work with the most imaginative, the most energetic, and the most visionary influencers in the region to make that happen. We will create the next manufacturing revolution, moving from the industrial past to the digital future. I'm also going to bring my glasses the next time. And you're going to like it because this next line, we are smart, we are eager, and we're willing to work beyond the past successes to make Maryland manufacturing a national showcase of advanced manufacturing. We have the R&D, we have the workforce, we have the political leadership, and we have the passion to produce that which will create new meaning for people who think, create, and make. They are the artists, they are the entrepreneurs, they are the students and the teachers. They work in museums, they work in hospitals, and they're in the military. They are manufacturers, and they are not manufacturers, using new rapid tech tools for manufacturing. You know, over the years I've been involved with this, I've learned one thing. You know, manufacturing is really human genius transformed into a material product. Products that make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. You know, Americans produce the products that define our standards of living and our stature in the world. Now, let me say, for example, you know, we should be, in Maryland, we should be a national leader in making products that make the world a better place. We can make earth-friendly products in an earth-friendly way. We should produce products to help the world, to make air and water cleaner, to make people healthier, and to make standards of life worth living. If we did that, America would go from a nation that really cares about the world. So today is our day to begin the movement, to bring to our region advanced manufacturing technologies such as additive manufacturing that will make our industry globally competitive, give manufacturing a well-deserved position of importance in the minds of the public, and above all, it's the morally right thing to do, because We create jobs that are the bridges to middle-class America. We do that. We do that. You know, what could be more noble? What could be more right? And you know that. So I'm going to ask you today to join us. I ask you today, will you stand shoulder to shoulder with us? So I ask you today, will you contribute your energies and to create for Baltimore a better future? That's what we're trying to do today as part of our conversation.